Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the Morning. I'm your host, Art Baltazar. I'm the famous cartoonist. I've been telling that to people for years. It's finally starting to catch on. I've been drawing comics since about 1992. Well, it's before that, but I consider myself professional the day I graduated college. And that was January of 1992. That's how long I've been making things, drawing things, painting things. And that's when the famous cartoonist lifestyle began. So welcome to the show. Let's have a swig for all the cartoonists out there. Glad you guys are here with me today. I need another swig. This is my first cup of coffee of the day. But we brewed the pot of coffee probably around 4 in the morning because my wife's hours are different than mine. So she was up at 4 o'clock, made her pot of coffee, got into action, and I woke up a little while ago, reheated that said pot of coffee, but I heated it in a microwave and it's super hot. I heated it more than I needed it to be, but I got my half and half in there, which is awesome. But I had to add ice cubes, and it's still hot. So microwaved coffee, but it's still hot. So I guess that's the dream come true. If you could get some coffee piping hot and still add ice and it's still piping hot. Well, listen how good it is. It's just about the perfect temperature right now. If you're just joining me, oh yeah, there's Bixby. Hey, what's up, Bix? If you're just joining me, I put my links this time in the comments. I'm doing a little experiment to see if without links in the title, if more people will see this on Facebook than normally. Because I've heard that if you link people away from Facebook, from this beautiful Facebook channel, that people will, or Facebook will not promote it as much. But if you guys watch this, and we do this, and we could get the Facebook channel to love us, and it'll be awesome. The music you're hearing in the background is from my son, Gordon Baltazar. It's on SoundCloud. The link is in the comments if you want to go listen to it for free. And this song is from his second album called Nightfall. It's really cool. Every time I hear his music, I want to draw. So I only have like 3 pages left of one of the books I'm working on. I'm going to do that. I did a lot yesterday. And if you follow me a lot, you probably saw I was on the podcast with my guys. Oh yeah, podcast. I'm gonna turn it down a bit because now I'm shouting and it hurts. There we go. But I was on the podcast last night with Johnny and Franco and Skoke and Scoot, and it was really fun. I was really, really tired, but I think I did good. I'm starting to think like the old man thoughts, where I realized that the older you get, all you really need is, well, this is what happens to me. I could maybe speak for most men who are older and their dads, teenagers and all that stuff. Maybe all we really want is for our work to be good, our work to get done. You set your goal, you want that to be done. And then you want to eat, and then you want some rest. There's always 3 rules to everything, of course. No fighting, no crying, be nice to each other. Well, work, eat, sleep, you know? I guess that's got to be somewhere. It's got to be on a t-shirt somewhere. Dave Hogarty is here. Any friend of Vinx is a friend of mine. Yeah, man. Vinx is awesome. I love Vinx. I listen to his music all the time, of course. But I play his music on my Saturday shows, which is my famous cartoonist paints things. I'm going to be painting this weekend. I think I'm painting a Boba Fett and a Bosk. We're going to be together. I have to prepare the canvas, prepare the board, but that's coming. And Bixby says I look dapper today. Thank you, Bix. It took a little bit of getting this thing on. I love having the neckwear. I have ties, I have bow ties, I have ascots, and I also have bandanas. I bought a bunch of bandanas, but I bought them to put around my neck or headband or something. I don't know, but they're looking like. Whenever I wear them, I look like I'm working, like I'm sweating. They look kind of messy. But my daughter is using them for headbands. She rolls them up, puts on her hair, because she has hair like me, but it's real big, beautiful, curly hair. And when she wears a bandana on her head, she looks real cute, so I'll let her. And I have about 20 different colors. And but so far, I mean, you guys might have seen me with a bandana. I use them when I paint, so they're not going to waste. But I like these ascots. These are real cool. Cravat ascot. I might get more of these because these are cool and I need more colors. That's all true. Swig for the tie working man. Swig for Kevin Bixby's dapper comment. Always swigging for the Bix tone. See, Dave's here. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Dave. Good to meet you too, sir. You're a good man. We share the same taste in music, it sounds like. Sergio's here. Have a great day, Mr. Baltazar. Thank you. That must be Sebastian. So I remember using a dad's account. Yeah, man, keep doing your thing. Make your comic. Keep making your stuff. And it will be wonderful. The world would be better when artists and musicians and writers add things to the universe. Don't wait for people to do it for you. Just do it. Get it out there so the world can have it. Just like this Green Goblin painting here. I painted that last Saturday and now it's on display. I displayed it for all to see. And yeah, I got to get back to the grind. You're a good man, sir. Yeah, man, do it. Ascot then mask today. My mask is upstairs. I will wear my mask another time, but I don't have my electric milk mask with me right now. This guy right here is called the Neptunian. I'm going to show you what he is. That guy, he's based on this guy. There's a little Mego action figure. See, he's got the same shaped head. If I can line him up. See? He's got like an eye that looks like a butt. But he always had that. See? Probably can't see him real good. But that's him. But Mego Toys, when I was a little boy, they made this action figure to fight Star Trek guys. This is a Star Trek alien. And I loved him. His legs are all taped up because I played with him so much, and he can't really move his legs because they're broken. But I taped them. I repaired them when I was a kid. And this is him. But he would fight Aquaman in my real world, and he'd be part of the Legion of Doom. This guy and some Planet of the Apes and the Joker and the Riddler and the Green Goblin would be the bad guys. But I liked him. I would team him up with the Green Goblin too because they both had these scales on their outfits, which is really cool. And he's almost the same way. He's the same shade of green. He's really cool. So I made that painting of Neptunian because next year's Mego Meet, it's going to be auctioned for a charity custom auction drive or something like that. I'm going to probably paint another one with another Star Trek alien. Because even though I'm not into Star Trek, I really liked the aliens when I was a kid. Because they were cool. I added them as bad guys. And when I was a kid and this figure came out, I didn't know what he was. I didn't know what his powers were. He had no story. So I made him up. So he was Aquaman's villain because he has these fins. He swims. Looks like a big fish. And he had these water wings things underneath his arms. And then it was cool to have him fight the Falcon too, because when he flew out of the water, he'd have the wings like the Falcon, flying around. And then they fight. But he was more like an Aquaman villain. That's just a little background on famous cartoonist, little famous cartoonist, pre-Star Wars. Swig for Mego. Well, my coffee's perfect right now. Let's see. Dave says, ascot then mask today. Yeah, I got to find my mask. It's by my wallet and keys, before I go out. Now you need wallet, keys, glasses. It used to be teeth. I needed teeth for a while, but then I got them put in place for real. Wallet, keys, teeth, glasses, and mask. You need 5 things now before you leave the house. Eric's here. Hi, Eric. Sebastian's, how is, as you call her, the beautiful Rose Baltazar? Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's doing meetings and things. She's working, but she's good. She's working hard. She's up at 4 in the morning and just working hard, doing her thing. By the time she gets home and we eat dinner together, which is the most important thing you should do as a family. Is you need to eat dinner together. You need to have at least one meal a day where everyone's there and you're passing the plates. Anyone need a napkin? What else? You want more iced tea? That kind of thing. You need to do that because everyone's doing their own thing, especially now with this. Can't go outside, even though people are still doing it. They're going outside still, but people are continuing to get sick. So I'm going to stay home a little longer. But now that everyone's doing their own schedule, everyone's home for summer and all that. Well, summer started in March for the kids, so we're all home doing our thing. But now everyone has their own hours. Everyone's going to bed at different times. Everyone's waking up at different times. Everyone's doing things all throughout the day at different times. But we make sure we meet at dinner. Say about 5 o'clock, we all meet. We all converge. Convergence. Like what Yoda says, there's versions. So we collect at that time so we could enjoy each other and eat and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what Eric's saying. Hope you got the paint. Oh, I didn't get any paint yet. I might have to go Friday. But I got 3 pages of Arkham to finish, and I really want to get that done. And that's why I said, should I go work? And should I go work or talk? So I figure I'd talk for no more than an hour today and then get to work right away. Because I came real close. Last night after our pod, I continued to draw and color some stuff. But I got tired and I needed to go to sleep. So I was up till about 1. Maybe 1:30, and then I needed to lay down. But the cool thing is, like, when I work until I can't work no more, and I hit the pillow, bam, I'm out. My brain shuts off, and that's what I want. Sometimes I go lay down on the pillow, and then the brain activates. The body's at rest, but the brain is like on fire. Like, yeah, let's do it, man. Then I think of Hero Man stories and stuff like that. Swing for Hero Man stories. I need to buy some paint, right? Sebastian says, I'm working on a comic called Monster Sister. I call it that because my sister sometimes drives me crazy. Yeah, I can understand that. I never had a sister. I only have 1 brother. But I have a daughter and 2 boys. 2 sons and a daughter. And I could see how they drive each other crazy. So, especially if she's the younger sister, right? Those younger sisters get in your stuff. They touch your stuff. They play with your action figures. They color on in your books. Dave Hogarty says, what does Rose do? Rose is a human resource manager. She does those kind of things. She hires people. She fires people. She does benefits. She makes sure people get treated fairly. She settles harassment, all that kind of good stuff. If you go to see her, you know you're in trouble. You got a phone call from Rose Baltazar. She needs to see you in your office. You're like, oh. It could be a good thing, but no one ever wants to go to human resources. So yeah, she's that lady. If you get a call from her, that's her. Sweet. And then Eric says, he's just reminded me. Yeah, I gotta get paid. I'm glad you reminded me because I forgot. I gotta write it down. Dave said, hope she hires more than she fires. Yeah, she does. She had a rough time during these trying times, during these challenging events. She had to lay off a lot of people. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But the good thing about laying off people is you get to hire them back when they're ready to come back. You say, hey, we need you. So she does that too. Sergio says, oh, Sebastian, it's an older sister. Oh, I see. Does she still irritate you? Maybe she's not that much older then. So if you're similar age, she's still gonna, she can still irritate you. I find a lot of people that irritate me. But I don't let it affect. Don't let them in your head. Don't give them a room to rent. There's no room for there's no vacancy in there. Don't let them in there. They can tell you stuff, but just throw it away. It goes out on garbage day, you know? That's how you handle that stuff. Yeah, Dave, it's not her choice. She got to do what she got to do. She's not the, she don't own the company, so. But if it was me, and if I owned it, I'd hire everybody, keep them on. No, I don't know what I do. I like to extract that from the commentary. But, yeah, she's doing what she got to do. Oh, she's 22. Oh, she's college. College or beyond college. Swig. Swig for college, people. Get your education, people. Embrace life and do what's going to make you successful. Take the next step. Make wise choices. Go towards the goal. Even if you got to sacrifice, it's worth it. Dave, got to go. Happy you came on my machine. Yeah, man. Good to see you too, Dave. Go listen to some Vinks. It'll be real good. I might listen to them later. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do a drawing stream later. It's possible. I should draw when I do the last page of Arkham. As long as it's not the very last page of the book, because I don't want to spoil. Now, I probably won't do it. I'm getting the spoilery territory now in the Arkham Maniacs book. If I put them online and draw, you're gonna see the ending, which is I don't want to spoil. People are gonna read it and say, "Hey, what'd you do, man?" It's like showing the Vader Luke Skywalker fight in the trailer, or putting the Statue of Liberty on the DVD box of Planet of the Apes. You don't want to do that, even though they did, which kind of bugs me. Because I was a little kid when I first saw that movie. It was not new when I saw it, but I didn't know then. Said, you ever see Sebastian says, have you ever met Jeff Smith, the cartoonist, the Bone? Yeah, I know him. He's a friend. And he's been in our store signing. And yeah, I can call him if I want. I got his number. He does a show in Columbus I want to go to. Yeah, he came to Oya Comics. Yes, he did. That was a few years ago. And I remember when he came, I drove him all over the place, getting him Chicago food, and we ate a lot, all over the Chicago. I didn't take him to Harold's, but I took him to Portillo's. I took him to Pizza. I took him to Lou Malnati's Pizza. He loved it. Or I forgot to say, swig for Jeff Smith. So that was real cool. This is a cool song, man. I gotta mail up some paintings today too. I'm gonna do a show on Friday called Famous Cartoonist Reveals Things. And last Friday I did it too. It's like a toy reveal show. And it was fun because I talked about all my custom Migos. But I tried to empty out the box, but I only got halfway through my bin. So I kept saying I will do a Star Wars one this week. So, but I'm really tempted to do the custom Migo part 2. I think I'll do one of them. Maybe, you know, I could do the part 2 Migo, right? Maybe I will do that. Oh, your teacher's Eric C. Martin? Oh, that's cool. I know him. Yeah. Cartoonist. Yeah, I didn't know he was your teacher. So you're from, Sebastian's from Chicago. You're from the Chicago area? That's cool. Two Shads, Chris Erickson. Did you take him to Rick Benny's? No, I didn't have time. I took Jeff Smith to Portillo. We took him to the Skokie stuff. He didn't want to go too far, and he was staying there. Took him to Portillo's, and I took him to Lou Malnati's pizza. I got him a deep dish butter crust Chicago style. Because when I think people come here and they say we want Chicago style deep dish, I take them there. Lou Malnati's one of my favorites. And people always say that's not the best. I said, well, there's a lot of Chicago pizzas that are awesome, but Lou Malnati's one of my favorites. I really like that. And you can't really go wrong. There's a lot of places in Chicago that are going to treat you good, and you're going to walk out of there with a full belly. So you can't really go wrong. But yes, there are better ones. I got to try it. There's a few I have to try. See, Stephen Lightman's here. How are you today, sir? I'm feeling good. Yeah, next time Jeff Smith's in town, I'll take him to Rick and Benny's. But yeah, we punished him, and he said, why are you punishing me with food? And I told him, that's why you're here, sir. You're not here to sign. Signing at the store is just what we do between. You know, that's that 3-hour break. You just go sign, but then we eat all the time. Then we hung out in the lobby, and we were drawing sketches. That was real fun. We were drawing sketches at in the lobby, hotel lobby, chilling. That was real cool. Sweet. Another sweet for Jeff Smith. Sweet for drawing in a hotel lobby. That's the one thing I miss about conventions right now is not seeing my friends and not being able to draw in hotel lobby. We find a nice comfy area with the couches and we sit and we draw in our sketchbooks and goof around and eat Harold's and stuff like that. That's what we did in Chicago. Oh yeah, man. Sebastian got to go. Well, good, man. Good. I'm glad you got to hang out a little bit, Sebastian. You're a good man. And tell Sergio, I think that might be your dad. Tell him I said, hey, you're a good man. He's got a good kid. And keep drawing, man. Keep making your stories. Swig for Sebastian. Because you know when you watch me, you need some kind of beverage. This is coffee. And it's right now, it's Luke Skywalker warm, which is good. It cools off fast when you microwave it. It cools off a lot faster than brewing it in the pot. And I think we discussed that on a podcast. It's called convectional versus convexial or something. I forgot what it was called, but it made sense. We had to look up the scientific definition of why that happens. And we found it. But that was pretty cool. Today should be a glorious day for me personally because I will finish some things. That's the goal. The cool thing yesterday is as I was working, I had the White Sox game on. They played a doubleheader, and it was exciting. Some good plays, some good hits, but they lost them both. I don't think Sox are gonna. Well, they're not coming out as a good start, but there's still time. We always say that in Chicago. Well, it's only May. But now we can say, well, it's only the first 10 games. Because the season is shortened. Season is shortened to 60 games, and now there's only like 55 games left, something like that, 57, 56. So it's rough. They're, I think they're 1-4. So yeah, that's 5. There's 55 games left. Hopefully we can pull through, boys. But they're playing the Twins a lot this year, and the Twins are a hot team. They played the Indians yesterday, Cleveland Indians, and they're a hot team. They're picked. Those two teams are picked to go first and second. Well, White Sox aren't my guys. Brother Bear's here. Hey, Brother Bear. He's stopping in to say hello. His work here is done. Steve Lightman doesn't like the White Sox. White Sox. Ha. Crave not these things. That's my team, man. It's been my team since I'm a little kid. I went to all the games. I met all the players. I got autographs. I met Ozzie when he was a rookie. I met him later and when he got off the plane, when he won the World Series. So I got to get him I know he's on that Cameo stuff where he could give you a message. So I might hire Ozzie to give me a message. Chris Brown says, Hash Brown. That's the Brother Bear, Hash Brown. Everybody has something, some kind of secret code. What's the other called? Sparkles or Fluffy or something? Somebody's calling Brother Bear something lately on the sales site. Squishy, Fluffy, Sparkles, Puddles. It was Puddles and hash browns. Swig to Brother Bear. I miss you. This is like the dream sequence of the Ozzy on Cameo. He's just swearing. Yeah, I can do that. As long as he says my name on there somewhere. Oh yeah, comics or something. Action Cat. Well, Steven's a Cub fan. Love walking to Wrigley and seeing the games. Yeah, I like seeing the Cubs. I like the park. But the difference between me, I'm not a Cubs hater. Like a lot of Cub fans hate Sox fans, and Sox fans hate the Cubs. But no, I don't need to do that. You don't need hate. You don't need hate. It's just the difference is when the Cubs lose, it doesn't hurt. You know, Sox lose, it hurts. Like, oh, I'm disappointed. No matter what they lose, I'm like, oh. If the Cubs lose, it's like, all right. But I was happy they won the World Series 2016. We screamed out my back porch door too. Screamed in the neighborhood. People threw fireworks. Dancing Bob is here, everybody. Bob Grandstaff. Dancing Bob is on the show. What's up, Bob? Dancing Bob's he is a good dancer. He gets all the ladies to join in too, which I admire that. Swig for Dancing Bob. It's good, man. We're having coffee talk. Coffee talk with the famous cartoonist in the morning. I'm saying things. So I never know what I'm going to say. I just say things. And even my my family, my mom, everybody says, so we see your show. We see you go on in the morning for an hour. Like, yeah. So what do you talk about for an hour? I say, I don't know. I just talk. I just say things. That's why it says things. It could be anything. Today I said White Sox. There's been no Star Wars talk today. A little bit, maybe with action figures. But we're like, how do you talk for all that time? And I was amazed sometimes. We do the podcast, but there's always a pre-show before we start recording. Then there's the show. Then there's the after show. So when we're done and we see the length of time we've been talking, sometimes it's like 4.5 hours. Because when we're off the air, we say all the stuff we want to say, but we can't say on the air. Because nowadays, well, any days, you gotta act right. You gotta behave yourself. Don't get people upset. Behave yourself. And then you'll be okay. And then people will love you. Because the key element to life is love. Once you embrace that, the rest will fall in place. No fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other. It will be irrelevant if you have love already. Just have love. Forgiveness, love, forgiveness. You move on. Brush things off, move on. But don't put that on the internet for people to see how angry and stupid you could be. Don't do that, man. Just embrace life. Hug your friends. Tell them you miss them. Swig for missed friends. Peace, love, and hair grease. Yeah, man, it makes the world go round. You gotta have good hair. That's one of the rules too. You gotta have good hair. Because if you wake up and you got messy hair, and sometimes your body could be clean, but the only thing that will make your hair good, you gotta go shower again. That has happened. That has happened where you take a shower and you try something cool with your hair, you put something in there, it doesn't come out. You gotta shower again to get that stuff out of your hair. It's true, man. I just wear a hat. My hair's real big now, but these fedoras cover it. When I wear baseball caps, the hair sticks out the side. With these fedoras with the flaps down, Panama style, I found out what works and I embraced it. Embracing things is kind of the key to life. Embrace it. Do it. Grab it. Run with it. It's like a baton. It's yours. Eric says, sorry, I have to go work a part-time so we have a great rest of the day to see you talk. Cool, man. Yeah, Eric, go work, man. Go make some money. Go do your thing. Provide so you can buy shoes and pizza. That's what I'm saying. When you get older men, older women too, I suppose, but older men, I can speak for myself. Older men, they have 3 things they want to accomplish. Maybe not older men, just guys. But I'm talking just as a dad with teenagers. Make sure your work gets done. You work, and then you eat, and then there's time to rest, time to chill. Those are 3 main ingredients of the day. If you could do a day off where you just eat and rest, that's cool too. But working hard, get your work done, satisfy, pay the bills, order pizza, shoes, whatever you got to do, and then work, play, rest, and eat some good food. But that's why you work, so you can eat some good food. That's what we do. The kids need food and shoes. It looks like my 16-year-old might have a job at McDonald's starting this week. So we'll see how he does. I hope he gets it. I hope he goes. He's got a Thursday. Today's not Thursday. I don't even know what today's. Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. He's got something to do Thursday, so he might have to work tomorrow. I'm not sure. Swig for the working man. That's a good song. Skoke is here. Oh yeah, 2 sheds. Oh yeah, Skoke. Oh yeah, 2 sheds. Oh yeah, Skoke. Oh yeah, 2 sheds. Oh yeah, Skoke. Mario's here too. I gotta wipe my nose. I'm getting a little moist. Okay, I'm good. I did that in front of you. That's how much I trust you guys. That's how confident I am. In front of you. In front of the oh yeah crew right here. Mario's here. Oh yeah, famous cartoonist. Skoke. Swing for Skoke. Yeah, man, I'm real close. Today I'm very close to finishing things. I'm really happy about that. Then I got to do more things after that, and then more things after that. I'm just grateful I'm able to do these things every day. And I'm grateful that my mom gave me this webcam so I can come on here and see people. And you can hear me talk about nothing. You can hear me talk. You can hear me swig out. My swig outs. Swig. Swig to Skoke. Swig to Mario. Oh yeah, Mario's three oh yeah, podcast drawings behind. I do like your podcast drawings, sir. They're really cool. They are quite entertaining, and I never know what you're going to pick up from the show to make fun of and make it fun. But it's real cool. I really like these new songs, man. Gordy, what do you call it? It's sick. He threw down. He killed it. And people say stuff like that. Man, you killed it. And this sounds like a soundtrack for a movie about a guy running. Or like a cop show. Swig for you guys. Swig for the working people. Hope I catch up on work so I can get back to watching things. The weirdest part is like, you know, when you get a reminder email from like Disney Plus or Netflix and stuff like that, I got a reminder from Netflix asking me if I wanted to watch Breaking Bad again. He said, we seen you didn't watch Breaking Bad this week. What's wrong? Are you okay? So I think they're going to come knocking on my door to see if I'm okay. He hasn't watched Breaking Bad in a few months. So I might have to start it again. But what I'm really doing is I'm waiting for Better Call Saul last season so I could watch the whole thing and go right into the new season. And then maybe have closure. If they don't do anything more in the Breaking Bad universe, I'll be okay with it. Because I like when things finish, when they finish and when they seal off, you know. So I'm gonna watch that. I might watch it, but I'll probably watch the White Sox again today. But it's weird. I gotta wait till I think they don't come out till 6 or something. I'll watch them, man. That's my team. I gotta root for them. Hope Tim Anderson does really well again. Louis Robert. I hope he does good. He needs an S at the end. Louis Roberts, right? He needs to be called Roberts, but his name's Roberts. Louis Robert. He's a good rookie. He's been doing well. Abreu is cool. They're all good. They got a good young team. Adam Engel. He's hitting 3 hits a game, it seems like. But I don't know what it is. I think they're the pitchers. They look like they're scared. Like the last few pitchers were kind of scared. And I knew. Even the announcers are saying, when they announce, they talk about the pitcher, and they're not even confident. It's like, I don't know. But the news I heard yesterday about baseball, they announced it during the Sox game, that the Marlins and the Yankees, both of those teams, I don't know if it was both teams or just Marlins, but I think the Yankees followed suit. Well, the Marlins, they had players that tested positive for the disease. So I think the Marlins are shutting down their whole season. They eliminated themselves from the season. So I'm kind of prepared to hear a decision this week, next few days. I kind of think that the baseball season is only gonna be delayed some more. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna finish all these games. They should just do a 2-week season and have the World Series. Or they should start with playoffs, start eliminating people. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting and historical. So when people do chime in the future and they look at the year 2020, they're not going to believe what they saw. You know? Yeah, a few teams, right? Steven says a few teams are postponed. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. And what happens there is once they postpone it, screws up the whole schedule. Any team that was going to play them, now they have to juggle the schedule. I think, I think a lot of stuff's going to be postponed. I really do. But if it is, it is. Hopefully the Sox won't finish in 4th. But it don't matter. We're having a good time. Just watch it. Because a lot of people are saying this season don't count anyway because there's not enough games. And there's really there's not enough games to get a momentum. But also, there's not enough games to get on a good streak, the players to get on a streak, because the pitchers are taken in and out so frequently because they want to save them. They don't want to wear them out. I've been seeing that already. Robin Nelson's here. Good morning, Robin. You are awesome. Swig for Robin. Well, I'm going deeper into the cup. Got about 2 more swigs. We'll see what happens in these trying times. And these do or do not. There is no trying times. That's what Yoda would say. I've been seeing things about the Mandalorian popping up. Rumors and what do you call it? Speculation? Is that what you call speculation? Expectations? Speculations, right? When people speculate predictions. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff for Star Wars. Ooh, and remember how I've been telling you guys what Star Wars needs to do? They need to add Vader to everything. They need to tell a story about between movies with Luke Skywalker. Do an animated thing with Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. Just put those characters in there. And then remember how I said that they need to move forward with Rey and her yellow lightsaber? Well, in the last few weeks, all of that stuff's been happening. Like now there's rumors that Hayden Christensen's going to be in the Obi-Wan series as Vader. They're listening to the show. They're listening to this guy talk about Star Wars. And then I heard of maybe yesterday or the day before, Disney's moving forward with a Rey movie or Rey series. I think it was a Rey movie with the yellow lightsaber. This guy right here. So they're listening. They're listening. We have to go talk about the X-Men rant more. But there's Star Wars stuff. They're listening. They're listening to this show. It's getting out there. People are wanting to know what the famous cartoonist mind thinks of of Star Wars. You can't have Star Wars without Darth Vader. He's the ultimate. He's the ultimate. It gets to him. He becomes the leader. He's the one guy. He's it. He's the one evil guy in the universe. Him and the Emperor. But it all comes down to Vader, the Skywalkers. So you can't have him if you take him out. If you take Skywalker out and it's just, Emperor and whatever else guy he has, which he has Lord Tyrannus, nah, lame. If he has Darth Maul, it's okay. But Darth Maul's kind of like a vicious savage. But Vader's the cunning, the guy with feelings and hatred. He's the guy. It all comes down to him. Every Sith Lord built up to Vader. So you have to have Vader in there. And now that Hayden's young enough, he's still good. You can still play him. And he's perfect for the age that they need to bring Obi-Wan and Hayden in there. And I don't know if they'll see each other, but it would be cool if he communicate with their Force mind, because according to the Star Wars movies, Obi-Wan saw Anakin burning, and the next time he saw him was at the Death Star. But he knew that Hayden got consumed by Vader, and he's more machine now than man. So we have to find out, when did he find that out? When did he discover that Anakin was machine, that he was wearing a suit? Because in Revenge of the Sith, he did not know that. He didn't know he had the suit. And in New Hope, he did. So there's been 20 years, but it looks more like 40 years. But there's a fun 20-year time span. Obi-Wan got really old really quickly. That's probably the Force. He's containing the Force ghost and it aged him. It's kind of like smoking. Smoking and drinking, you age your body. That's what the Force did to him, I guess. Kind of like what it did to Palpatine when it went, no. Just shriveled him up. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. But in the Obi-Wan series, if they don't see each other, or maybe they do, I don't know if they could fight, because then it would mess up the movies. But it would be cool to see Hayden in the tank with the helmet coming off and on, walking around with the Emperor planning things. Because he's not supposed to know about Anakin or baby Skywalker either. So hopefully they don't screw up the story. He's not supposed to know about the babies, and Obi-Wan's not supposed to know. He's not supposed to see Vader, but maybe he can know he's more machine, because maybe he can have a vision or something. It's possible. Oh yeah, Robin. She's hanging with Suzanne and Keith Tucker this weekend. I probably know who they are, but I'm not sure. I was telling them about the live streams. Oh, cool, Robin. Thank you. The more people, the merrier. I purposely didn't put the links in there this time, so maybe my experiment could get more people viewing. And Mario's here too. I like the idea of a smaller season, but MLB isn't realistic about having the season at all of the ballparks. Yes, that's true. They could have picked one destination for all of them to join. Didn't hockey do that? I think hockey did that. I'm not sure. I've just been hearing. I don't know. I just hear people talking. And But yeah, baseball could have done that. I don't know. Hopefully it's good because it seems like guys are getting sick. D. Brad's here. Good morning, D. Brad. Swig for Major League Baseball. Hope they recover. We're getting there. So I don't think baseball guys are watching my stream. Otherwise, I'd have answers for them. Arnell's here. Good morning. Good morning, Arnell. It's a good man, too. But hopefully they do well with Star Wars. That would be really cool. I want to see them move forward. They got to use what they have. And there's rumors of the Mandalorian's going to have Boba Fett in there. And there's rumors that Luke Skywalker's going to show up. If that's cool, that would be cool. If they could take Mark Hamill and de-age him like they did with Professor X, and they did that with Tony Stark. Remember in that movie? If they do like that, man, that would be cool to get a Mark Hamill. Just have Luke Skywalker with the black Jedi robes and stuff. Man, that would be cool. Have him doing something. Have him training some younger. You could have him with a baby Kylo Ren. Something like that. You gotta link it in there. You gotta make them all link together. Oh, there's Keith Tucker. Yeah, I know. I recognize that guy. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, my comments are getting away because I keep talking about stuff. I'm talking about whatever comes in my head. Kevin Bixby said, oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Keith Tucker. I think I met him at Ace Comic-Con in Chicago, maybe. Oh, Mario likes that Collins pinup. Yeah, man. Scott Collins is awesome. I've been a fan of him for a long time. I've been a fan of him before I started working at DC. He was drawing Bizarro and Solomon Grundy and all these things. I can't remember. Maybe I was drawing Tiny Titans at the time. But I've been a fan of him since he was drawing those books. Then he was drawing some Flash stuff. But when Scott Collins started posting his commissions on Facebook, on his Facebook channel, and he started posting his commissions. And I'm like, man, those are cool. And I kept, when I eat my coffee or I got my iPad, I'm showing my family, what do you think of this guy? This guy's cool. This guy's awesome. And I said, imagine if he would draw a Powers in Action guy. And then I kept thinking in my head, what's he charge, It's like, I'm willing to pay the guy, but I don't want to pay because I don't really make money on Powers in Action comics. I make a little bit, but it's not like a page rate. I got to sell a bunch of books to make some money. So it's like a self-publishing thing. But I wrote to him. I said, hey, how much would it take? How much money do you need to draw a Powers in Action pinup from me? And he wrote back, if you draw my guys, I'll draw your guys. We'll trade. I'm like, yes, let's do it. And that was awesome. We did a trade. And that's like the perfect thing for artists. Art for art. You trade for trade. And so he drew mine I got it in like 3 days. He must have drew it that day. And because I sent him all my books, PDF style, so he could read them. He wanted to know what the characters do, what their powers. So I sent him all the books. And he read them all. He must have drew it right then. And then it took me about 2 weeks to finally get it to him. Maybe more. But I needed to find time. Plus, I inked it. It was real cool. I put it on paper, and it felt really good to ink on paper. And I got to read his story a little bit, where he gave me the summary, and I looked at a bunch of references. So his book looks really cool. It's like his character's named Adam, and it sounds like he's the first man of an apocalyptic world. But there's giant beasts. The guy has several wives. It's real cool. He has an ex-wife, a new baby, a son, and he has pets and best friends who are giant beasts. It looks really cool. I can't wait to find that book and read it. Swig for Scott Collins. So I'm grateful that he was able to say, let's trade. Man, it was cool. And I really love what he did with my Powers in Action piece. They look really cool. And when I got the book, piece, I thought, man, he should draw my book. But That's all right. I'm so happy to have it. And I have several other pinups in the volume 2. I have a pinup from Bill Wilco. Bill Walco. He's on Facebook. I have a piece from Jessica Castaneda. And I have a piece from Daryl Young. So I have several pieces in there. There's one more. I don't want to forget. Oh, Jason May. Jason May has a piece in there. I have 4 books, 4 issues for the next volume, but I have 5 pinups. So 1 or 2 of the books are going to have 2 pinups, which would be great. I can't wait, man. It's going to be good. See what you guys are saying. Yeah. Steven says, it's a learning experience for someone who had to go first, so the NFL and others can do better. Yeah. You got to take the hit. A lot of these MLB guys are going to get sick. And the manager of the Sox felt sick, and they gave him a test. But now he's okay. He was tested negative. He just had a cold, they said. You guys have likely met at one or the conventions. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I met your guy, Tucker, his name is? Keith Tucker? Yeah, Keith Tucker. Yeah, I met. He looks familiar to me. And there was another cartoonist, I think, that was with him, and I met. Yeah, Arnell, I agree. Collins's run on the Flash was one of the best ever. Yeah, that's where I got to know him really good. I liked Scott Collins' stuff on Solomon Grundy. I loved that. That was my go-to book. I would get that and read it right away. I like big monster, big guys. I like Hulk, the Thing, Colossus, Juggernaut. I like these big guys. I like when big guys fight. And I have a big guy in my Powers in Action called Enormous. And in volume 2, there's going to be a big fight between him and his brother. And that's going to be cool. That's like the Hulk and Juggernaut fighting. And I love that because there's power, there's big fights, giant fists. They have destruction. They don't care. That's going to be cool. Enormous fights his brother, Absorbus. And Absorbus, he's power to absorb. So he could turn into metal. He's like the absorbing man. He could turn into metal. He could turn into sand. He could turn into water, whatever he wants to do. Or he could turn into you if he absorbs your powers. A little bit like the Parasite, but like Absorbing Man as well. That's going to be fun. And Enormous gets accused of abandoning his planet, of heresy, treason. He gets accused of that because he was once the king, the emperor of his domain. But Absorbers ratted him out, got him out, so it leads to an alien invasion on Earth. It's really cool. My stories are big. And the stories I'm writing for Powers in Action are always the stories I wanted to read as a kid. And I'm being heavily influenced by the Avengers and X-Men books. Like those Chris Claremont X-Men books had always kind of subplots and characters interwoven. That's what I like in Powers in Action. So you'll be seeing a lot of that fairly soon. After I finish these books, I'm going to start that. I'll probably start that in late August, September. And hopefully we'll still come out with Action Lab. Action Lab is still around. And Action Lab, they're going to publish Big Alien Moon Crush and hopefully Powers in Action Volume 2. We'll get there. Stephen Lightman says he loves Bill Walco. Yeah. Adam 3 was a great series. Yeah. Well, I got to check out Adam 3. I thought it was something that was coming out. I got to go check it out. Maybe I'll order from the store. I could do that, you know. I order books from my own store and read them. I got to call number 1 later today. Maybe tomorrow. He's definitely working. Yeah, he's working today, New Comic Day. I got to order some things. It's all true. Everything I'm saying to you guys is absolutely true. The term is spitballing. Just saying stuff. There's a sweet for everybody. It's now noon. I hear footsteps upstairs. It's a shame he didn't end it. I'm not sure what you're saying. One of these series, Adam 3, it didn't end. I'll look into it. I will investigate this situation and read what is out there. I will view it and touch it and leaf through the pages. Swig for Scott Collins and Adam 3 and Stephen Lightman and Chris Touchett. There was one swig to rule them all. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to depart in a moment. I just want to say thank you for joining me. I'm very appreciative. I love that you guys are here to listen. You guys are sticking with me today. Deep Brad wants to know, what am I working on today? I'm attempting to finish Archimaniacs today. So I thought I'd come out here and say things first because I haven't been live for a few days. I haven't been live since Saturday. And last night we were on an podcast. That was real fun. But I'm going to draw some things today. I'm not going to do a live drawing show because I'm at the end of the pages and I don't want to reveal, I don't want to spoil the ending. The ending's really cool. It's really fun. I'm having a good time with the last few pages because they're wild, they're crazy, the coloring is nuts, and it's all about imagination. So there's kids that have imagination and it's really fun. And I don't want to reveal that. So, follow me when you see me. I'm all over the internet. I'm here on my Facebook channel. I'm on YouTube. I'll be uploading a lot of these videos I've done here. They're going to be going up to YouTube pretty soon. I got to schedule them. And then I'll do another show on Friday. I'm going to do another reveal show. So I was wondering if I should do a part 2 Meagle reveal because I only went through half the bin. So I want to go through the whole bin. Because if I do Star Wars, then all my stuff is in the way. I'm going to do Amigo Part 2. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be Part 1. It's going to be Episode 1, Part 2. No, it'll be 2 episodes. It'll be 2-parter. It's like a binge watch. You watch Episode 1, Episode 2, then it continues. And then I'll do Star Wars the next week. See, I changed my mind a lot. But you know what? I can't. It's my stuff. My show. And that's what my buddy Franco always says. When I'm writing a comic and I struggle with something, he goes, just do it. It's your book. You can do what you want. I'm like, yeah, you're right, man. I want to call Franco too, because the last few times I talked to him was just on podcast. So we need to just talk. I want to make sure he's okay, I'm okay. I know we're good, but I mean, like, I want to know how he's doing. That's a bit. I want to know how you're doing. So every time I talk to him, it's on a show. On an interview, we were with Jamar Nicholas last week. That was cool. But I want to talk to him when we're not being famous. You know, so I got to call him. Call my brother. You know, fist bump, virtual fist bump. But, yeah, Amigo Part 2. Yeah, I'm going to do Amigo Part 2 because I have my bin open here. And if I get Star Wars, then there's going to be more stuff open. And it's going to get out of control. I'm going to have to put it all away. So I'm going to do Amigo Part 2 on Friday. Amigo Part 2. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. That was real cool. And then I put it up on the Amigo Customigo Facebook page, and then people like it on there too. But I'm gonna do that, and I think you guys will like it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a superpower show too, Kevin Bixby. I have a lot of stuff to show, man. I want to do Amigos. I want to do Star Wars. I want to do superpowers. I want to do what else do I have? I have those retro Super 7 figures. I want to show you my collection of Kim Simmons photographs. That would be real cool. Maybe I'll do that one after I do the Star Wars figures. I'll show Kim Simmons photographs. I have a big collection of, he's a photographer who took the photos of the Star Wars packaging. I have some of his prints. And then I want to show you some of my art collection for different artists, like my Luis Garcia Lopez stuff. And I have just a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to show Flintstones. I have all that stuff lined up to do. Superpowers, I have all those Justice League figures. I have a lot of stuff. So I want to show you things, and I won't run out. I got a lot of things to show. So I think every week is going to be a surprise. The Customigos, I'll show this, get them through. I'll get them through the system, And then the next one after that will be Star Wars, because I have it all set up. I have the bins waiting to be revealed, and that'll be real fun. But remember, there's 3 rules. There's no longer 10 commandments. There's 3 rules. You guys know what they are. No fighting, no crying, be nice to each other. But the 1 number rule is love. Wake up and love. Do the things that make you happy. And if it hurts, don't do that. The shoes are too tight, throw them away. Buy new shoes that fit, that make you comfortable. I got new shoes on today. I have new Converse All-Stars, because the shoes I was wearing were talking in the back. You know how they start talking? Well, when I was walking, they were flopping and they were flipping. So I would step on a weird heel. So I had to throw them away today, and I got new shoes. They didn't hurt my feet, though. They were just old. I retired them. I should paint them and sell them. Ooh, put them on eBay. I can do that, too. Famous Cartoonist shoes. Frame them. Put them in a piece of artwork. No, I don't know. I won't do that. But we'll see. But follow me when you see me, guys. This has been fun. No fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other. Wake up and do things that make you happy. Love one another. Call your friend. Send people random things in the mail. That would be fun. Just put something in the mail and send it to your buddy, and he'll be happy. Like, oh, thank you. Send him a toy, send him a comic, send him a sketch, and that'd be cool. And I just got word yesterday. I'm gonna be on a live show like this for another company. I can't say what it is yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's August 20th or August 22nd. I think it's August 20th. But it'll be real cool, and it's a big opportunity for me to speak to millions, potentially millions of people. I don't know how that happened, but it did. But you guys are awesome, and be nice to each other. And I'll see you next time on Famous Cartoonist Does Something. One more swig. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.